Hi, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back to Let's Meditate for 21 Days, April 2022, Mind to Meditate, presented by Sahaja Yoga Meditation. To those who join us today, I welcome you. And here are some insights of what is going to happen in this 21 days journey. And to those who has joined us yesterday, I welcome you again and thank you so much for being with us. So basically, we have divided the 21 day session into 3 weeks, and there will be different activities carried out each week in related to Sahaja Yoga meditation, from knowing yourself, living in balance, and growing deeper. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, today we are in day 2 of our 21 days program. Yesterday, in day 1, we have walked you through the introduction to Sahaja Yoga, okay, and realizing yourself through self-realization, and the introduction, yes. So today we are in day 2. We will again bring you through the session for self-realization. As I can see, there are quite a number of new participants, so we will have to do that again. And you will be also introduced to a technique called raising kundalini and bandhan. So to start our session for today, I would like to first introduce you to our host, our co-host, and the leads for today. So as you can see, I am the host for today. I am Suji. I am from Malaysia and has been practicing Sahaja Yoga for the past 16 years. Professionally, I am in the education industry, and Sahaja Yoga has given me tremendous experience, and it has led me or guided me to my daily work-life balance. So with me, I have my co-host for today, Miss Sonika. Hi, Sonika.
Hi, Suji. Thanks for inviting me as a co-host today. And hello, everyone. I welcome you all on the day 2 of our 21 Days Beginners Mind to Meditation course. Please take it as a challenge for 21 days and be sincere and put all your efforts in learning something about yourself, which you never knew till now. And something about me, I'm Sonika from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. I've been staying here for 5 years now. I'm basically from India. And I've been practicing Sahaja Yoga last 15 years now. And it has benefited me a lot. And I really want that same benefits which I am getting, you also should get.
That is wonderful, Sonika. Thank you so much. And next, I would like to introduce to the leads of the day. All right. The first one, we have Anu Gandhi. Hi, Anu.
You are muted, Anu.
Okay.
Okay, unmute. Hi, Suji, and hi, Sonika. And hello, everyone. Hello again to those who joined us yesterday, and to our first-time guests this evening, a very, very warm welcome. My name is Anu, and it is my pleasure and honor to walk you through day 2 of our Mind to Meditation course. I'm going to be one of your facilitators this evening.
All the best, Anu.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And I would like to call our next facilitator, Abhijit.
Yeah, sorry, I just realized. Hello, everyone. Good evening. First of all, let me welcome you all to this beautiful evening of Sahaja Yoga meditation. About me, just in a brief, my name is Abhijit, and I'm an account manager by profession. I have been practicing Sahaja Yoga meditation since last 20 plus years. And I'll be more on practical side of today's session. So I'll be more than happy to walk you through to the practice at later stage. So enjoy the session, and back to you, Sonika and Suji. Thank you.
Thank you, Abhijit.
Thank you so much, Abhijit. And ladies and gentlemen, today's session is going to be a bit special than yesterday's because we do have two special guests who will be sharing their experiences to us. So with that, I would like to welcome Yang Chan and Adya.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hi, my name is Ying Chan.
And I am Anya.
So we are in Malaysia. So we have been meditating. For me, I've been meditating for the past 20 years.
And I'm 6 years.
So sweet.
I'm an accountant by profession, mother of one. Sahaja Yoga meditation has benefited me a lot. Not only that I have found myself, I have also learned how to achieve inner peace and how to balance all aspects of my life. So with that, I would like to congratulate everyone here for starting this journey of self-discovery. And we hope that you have wonderful and beautiful experiences as well. So sit back and relax and enjoy this 21-day course.
Thank you so much, Yang Chan. Thank you for joining us.
Evening.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Adya. All right. So thanks again and welcome again, everyone. I see a lot of participants here, sending us chats, saying hi and hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome again. And without further ado, I would like to welcome our facilitator, our first facilitator for today, Miss Anu, to give an insight about Sahaja Yoga.
Thanks, Suji. Before we start today's session, I'd like to let everyone know that since this is just our second day today, and we still have new folks joining us, so we will, to a large extent, be recapping what we learned yesterday, right? This is to give our new guest joining us today a chance to learn about Sahaja Yoga from the beginning. After the recap, we will learn a simple technique that you should do at the beginning and close of your meditation session at home, like what Suji described just now. And from tomorrow onwards, day 3, we will move to new ground. And from there on, we'll be teaching you new topics every day. So what does Sahaja Yoga mean? But before that, let me tell you a little bit more about why meditation is important to me. You see, over the years, meditation has come to be something really close to my heart. I started my meditation journey 22 years ago, when as a very, very young lawyer, I was finding it rather difficult to deal with both work and life challenges. Today, new challenges have replaced the old ones. And sometimes the new challenges are more complex than the ones before. But here's the thing. Today, I find myself being able to rise above the difficult moments and to walk away unscathed. What's kept me calm and centered all these years, very simply, is Sahaja Yoga meditation. Now, what does Sahaja mean? Sahaja is a Sanskrit word, and it means born within us. We all human beings are born with an energy that is innately or naturally within us. It's already there. We don't need to go out and get it and put it in. It's already there in us. And this energy belongs to each one of us individually. It is our own. And because it is our own, it is on our side. It is meant to transform us into the best versions of ourselves. This energy will remove all the negativities within us and slowly reveal to us our true selves. This leads to a state that's called as self-realization. We all become self-realized. So here's the thing about the mind. I find this diagram or this image a very interesting one. The reason why we decided to call our program Mind to Meditation is because we want to show you how to move away from all the noise and the clutter and the stresses of the mind to the silence and the peace of meditation. What goes on in the mind? Thoughts. Do you realize that our thoughts in our mind never stop? I want you to take a moment now and observe your thoughts. They're there. They just keep going, don't they? One thought looping into another and so on. Our thoughts play continuously in our minds without rest. But do you realize that our thoughts are not reality? The thoughts are merely our ideas and our imaginings. They are basically projections of our mind. They swing between what happened in our past, yesterday, last week, 5 years ago, and what we imagine might happen in our future. So they're either about the past, about something that's already happened, which we can do nothing about at all, or they are about the future, about something that you're planning or you think might happen, but still is not real because it's not happened and it may never happen. Take a moment again, observe your thoughts. Would I be right to say that they're either about your past or your future? And you can let me know later in the Q&A when we open up the chat box. So then our thoughts, if they are always about the past and the future, they are never about the now, the present. And why is that? Because when we are in the present, in the now, there are actually no thoughts at all. When we are in the now, there is actually silence. And this is the reality. Reality is the present, the now. And what role does meditation play in all of this? Meditation is simply the state of being in the now, in the present. It stops the noise in our head, in our minds. And when this happens, we start to experience deep peace and contentment. We are no longer affected by our past, nor are we worried about our future. We start to enjoy living in the present moment. Only in reality is the true state of anything revealed. We begin to understand ourselves better. We start to see what changes we can make to strengthen our mental health, our emotional well-being, as well as our physical health, basically to improve the quality of our lives. We start to know what to do. So Sahaja Yoga takes you away from the clutter of your mind to the clarity of meditation. This is something that has benefited people all over the world. It is easy to learn and it's not free. As we learned yesterday, and you will see this in the next slide, we are all of us born with a natural, subtle energy within us. And this energy is called the kundalini. And what Sahaja Yoga teaches us is how to use this energy within us to achieve the state of self-awareness, which leads to self-improvement. This is a natural energy. It's already there within us. It resides at the base of our spine in a triangle-shaped bone called the sacrum bone. In the diagram before you, the sacrum bone is that purplish colored triangle towards the bottom of the figure. So the Kundalini energy resides there, and it is dormant in all human beings. It is asleep. When it is awakened, it will rise upwards and it will pass through all of the energy centers within us. The energy centers are the little circles, the multicolored circles that you see on the diagram. So the kundalini, when it is awakened, it rises upwards, it passes through all of those energy centers, and then it pierces through the fontanelle bone at the top of our heads like a fountain. The word fontanelle is from the French word for fountain. To help you understand this better, we will now play a video to show you how this happens. Thank you, tech team. So we hope that the animation video gave you a better understanding of the subtle system within us, and it showed you how this kundalini energy rises all the way up to the various energy centers. So how did Sahaja Yoga start? Sahaja Yoga meditation was founded by Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi, this lady that you see in the photo in front of you. She started this over 50 years ago in 1970. Born in 1923 in India, Shri Mataji showed from a very tender age that she cared about people, and she used to contemplate how to help people overcome their problems. She always felt that she had a unique calling to help mankind, and in her adult years, in her extensive travels, she witnessed human beings going through pain and suffering all over the world. And one day in 1970, as she meditated on a beach in Nargol in India, she discovered a unique method to awaken the inner energy amongst all human beings. She called this self-realization, where a human being gradually starts to realize his or her true self. So this was the start of Sahaja Yoga meditation, which today has grown and is practiced in over 100 countries the world over. With her words of wisdom, you cannot know the meaning of life until you are connected to the power that created you. Shri Mataji taught us that our inner being holds all the answers to our existence. My co-facilitator Abhijit will now walk our new guest through some simple steps to awaken their kundalini. If you had joined us yesterday, please feel free to also participate in this exercise if you wish. The steps are demonstrated in the following slides. And after Abhijit's demonstration, we will play a video. And this is where you need to follow the instructions on the video. For now, all you need to do is just sit back, relax, and listen to Abhijit's explanation.
Thank you, Anu. Welcome again, everyone. So now we have listened to the introduction part of what meditation is and the core topic for today, which is know yourself. Now comes the practice part. So basically, theory, we all know, we read a lot. We can read through various sources, and we are going to share the resources with you. But the important thing which we request every other seeker in every class is to have an experience, which I'll try to guide you through. So very simple, no acrobatic steps here. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you some demonstration slides where you will see the steps which we are going to follow in a form of collective practice after I finish the slides. So let us go through it slowly. Step number one is, first of all, just remove your glasses if you have watches or any footwears if you're wearing, just to make your body feel lighter. And wherever you are sitting, just be comfortable. Ideally, if you're sitting on ground, well and good, but if you're not, that is also okay. No worries in that. The whole idea of us doing this practice is to make ourselves comfortable and stress-free. So step number one, what we are going to do, if you see in front of your screen, the person sitting, the left hand will be on the lap as shown, and the right hand we are going to put on the heart, just a little bit towards the left side. And we are going to take the affirmation given below, am I the spirit, 3 times. This we don't have to say it loud. We just have to say in our mind, which will be guided as well. So you don't have to remember anything. So don't worry about remembering steps, remembering if it is a little bit up and down, absolutely okay. Just be relaxed and just be calm. So that is step number one. Moving on to step number two. Left hand, again, no change. Right hand will move on the upper side of the stomach, on the left side, just below the ribs. Here we'll be taking the affirmation as a question, saying, am I my own master? We'll do so 3 times. Moving on, step number 3, left hand, no change. Right hand, just move a little bit down on the lower stomach where your leg joins the torso. So it is kind of a hip joint on the left side. And we are going to say the affirmation in a statement form as, please give me the pure knowledge, 6 times. Moving on, step number 4, left hand again, no change. Right hand, move back on the upper stomach again, on the left side, just below the ribs. And we are going to say the affirmation below as, I am my own master, 10 times. This we have to say with full confidence. Step number 5 will be left hand again, no change. Left hand throughout, there is no change. And right hand, just move onto your heart again, a little bit on the left side. And silently, we just say in our heart, I am the spirit. Whatever you say with full confidence and full dedication. Step number 6 will be left hand, same, no change. Right hand, move on the left side of the neck where your shoulder meets your neck. Don't tilt your head too much on the right side. Just move it comfortably at 45-degree angle. And we're going to take this affirmation, I am not guilty, 16 times. Next step, just move your hand from neck to the forehead, gently grasping the temples, and silently and sincerely we'll say this affirmation here, I forgive everyone. Next step, exactly opposite, left hand again, no change. Right hand, just move on the back side of the head and tilt your head a little bit upwards towards the sky, not exactly, but a little bit upwards. And we just say this affirmation for our own satisfaction. Please forgive me if I have done any mistakes. And the last step will be your right hand will move from the back of the head to the center on the top of your head, which is the fontanel bone area described by my co-facilitator just a while ago. And you just have to stretch your palms a little bit and press the top of the head slowly. Don't press too hard, and rotate the scalp slowly clockwise 7 times. While doing so, we are just going to take the affirmation in our mind. Please give me my self-realization. This we have to do 7 times. Don't have to rotate too fast, too slow, and don't worry about too much, if you're going wrong or right. The whole idea, like I said below, the in the earlier slide, it was explained, we are all having thoughts. They are from the past or from the future. We don't know, sometimes our mind gets so confused that we become restless. And the whole idea of us doing this practice is to get that silence within you. And we will be going through a video where the founder of this meditation technique, Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi, will be guiding us to take us through all these steps in practice. So you don't have to remember, just watch and follow the steps.
Keep your eyes closed. First of all, please put your right hand on your heart. All the time the left hand is towards me. Now, here you have to say, in your heart, with all sincerity, Mother, am I the spirit? Ask the question 3 times in your heart. This is a very fundamental question. Now bring the right hand on to the left hand side of your stomach, in the upper part. Here press it. Now this is the center of your mastery, your guidance, your Guru Tattva as they say. So ask a question, Mother, am I my own master? This is a question to be asked 3 times. Mother, am I my own master? Now, bring your right hand down below, in the lower part of the abdomen. Now, this is the center from which all the divine work is done. All the pure work is done. So to ask 6 times, because this center has got 6 petals. Mother, please give me pure knowledge. 6 times you just ask. As a result of this asking, the kundalini starts getting awakened. Now to help the kundalini rise, you have to cooperate with her. So please put your right hand on the left hand side in the upper part of your abdomen and press it on the stomach. Now here you have to say with full confidence, to help the kundalini to rise, Mother, I am my own master. This you have to say 10 times. These are the 10 commandments which you have to say. That, Mother, I am my own master. Now, 10 times with full confidence. Now please raise your right hand to your heart. Now, here you have to say, again with full confidence, Mother, I am the Spirit. This is the truth. You are the Spirit. But you have to say with full confidence, Mother, I am the Spirit. This you have to say 12 times. Now one has to know that God Almighty is the ocean of love. But above all, He is the ocean of forgiveness. So He forgives. Whatever wrong you do, He forgives. So don't feel guilty and put your right hand across on the left hand side in the corner which is made by your neck and your shoulder. Now here you have to say again with full confidence 16 times, Mother, I am not guilty. Please say it. Mother, I am not guilty. 16 times. I am not guilty at all. Please say it. Please say it. Very hot. Now raise your hand across on your forehead. And it's a very important center. Here you have to say from your heart, Mother, I forgive everyone. Please say it from your heart. How many times is not the point. Mother, I forgive everyone. Now some would say that it's very difficult to forgive. But it's a myth that we do not forgive or we forgive. We do not do anything in both the cases. But if we don't forgive, then we play into wrong hands. So please say from your heart, Mother, I forgive everyone. Now please take your hand on the back agya, the same center, on the back side of your head and allow your head to rest on it and push it back a little bit. Now here, you have to say, for your satisfaction, because you always feel guilty, that, O Divine, if I have done anything wrong, please forgive me. Please forgive me. From your heart. Stretch your hand fully and put your center of your palm on top of the fontanelle bone area, which was a very soft bone in your childhood. Press it hard. Press hard your scalp. Now you have to move it 7 times, saying one thing, which you have to ask for. Mother, please give us my self-realization, because I cannot force on you. So you have to ask for it. 7 times, press it hard and move it 7 times, very hard. Slowly, saying that.
Keeping your eyes closed, Just keep your attention on the top of your head and experience the silence. Just stay in this state for next few minutes. You might get few thoughts. So if you are too much bothered by your thoughts, just say, I forgive my thoughts. You have to say everything in your mind. Just say, I forgive my thoughts. And try to stabilize your attention on the top of the head. Just keep a note of your thought process, if the thoughts are increasing or decreasing or still the same. Try to enjoy the silence within. Okay, slowly now everyone open up their eyes. Okay, hope everyone had a good initial practice session. You may have different questions, definitely for those who are attending first time or second time. Just jot down your questions and we'll be happy to answer them in our Q&A segment after some time. So now we'll be moving to our next segment, which I'll hand it over to our facilitator, Anu. Anu, over to you.
Thanks, Abhijit. I'd like to introduce everyone to a short talk by Shri Mataji, where she describes what is a reflecting mind and what is thoughtless awareness. So let's listen to that talk now.
Know you. Once you are in thoughtless awareness, what happens? That no thoughts bombard your mind. Wherever you may be in America, you may be in any place, you are not bombarded by thoughts. So, what does that? Into very simple language, we can say it means that you do not reflect. You do not have a reflecting mind. Now, this is the basic problem of Sahaja Yogis of today, which one should try to conquer. That you do not reflect. That's the only way you can achieve your steady. For example, I've seen people, for nothing at all, they'll just start laughing. Nothing at all. They see somebody, immediately they react. This was nice, but not so. They start giving their opinion, especially in the West, about everything. Everybody seems to be very knowledgeable and start telling what is best, what is not the best, what is not good. And once they start saying something like that, mind becomes reflective. If the mind is not reflective, then you are thoughtless awareness. Watch anything, just to watch, just to witness. You should not reflect. If you are using your mental power, then this power subsides.
This is a very common defect with people, because I think you people are more intelligent. You think maybe, I think you are well educated, might be, I don't know, whatever you think. But this reflecting mind is a very dangerous thing for spirituality. You'll never grow. And then with the reflecting mind, you have different emotions. With something, you reflect on somebody. Now, if it's your son or daughter or something, you get identified. Identification with some is artificial. It's not in reality. But because of this mind reflects, it identifies. Now, many identifications you have dropped out. For example, your bias about religion, about races, about maybe nationalities, you have dropped out. But still, I would say, the reflecting mind still acts. And this is the greatest hurdle for the progress of Sahajogis of today. I've been thinking, why is it the reflecting mind is so active in Sahajogis of today? If you could stop reflecting, immediately you establish yourself in the ocean of peace. You watch something, just watch. There's no ripple of thought in your mind. Then you become extremely creative. You become extremely dynamic. You become extremely compassionate. You have no fear. Some people think if you are compassionate, you see this man might lynch me. You have no fear. All virtues that you have to enjoy, you can only enjoy when you do not reflect. That means that you leave everything to the divine. You have not in charge. You don't see that you have to be reflecting on something. This is the greatest power you have got, is not to reflect, not to look at somebody with that kind of. I have seen this is still there, lingering. Perhaps I never told you about it. Maybe one of the reasons. I don't say that it's only your fault, but maybe mine, because I couldn't find what was exactly wrong. That is the reflection that you have about others. Now, I told you have introspection. For introspection, also it can be reflection. But that at least gives you idea as to where you are. But with that, psychologically, you can become extremely depressed, you can condemn yourself. Then you may not understand yourself as a personality that, and you'll go on sort of losing your vibrations, losing your power, because you are not control of yourself. So introspection also, if it brings about depression and demeaning of your personality, best is not to introspect also. Because all these mental activities I've seen create problems. But in a state where you are thoughtlessly aware, introspection comes to you automatically. You see it automatically. You understand it automatically. You do not think about it. It just comes to you. The whole picture comes to you and you are at peace with yourself. You are never in turmoil, never in trouble. Then you don't get angry. Then you do not argue. Then you do not discuss. But you become as if dropped into the ocean of awareness. And you don't have to worry as to solve something. When you are reflecting, then you find that this power works. Now it becomes very contradictory to say that you have to project and you don't have to reflect. Now, when we reflect, we absorb. When we reflect on something, we absorb that thing. And mostly our attention goes to the defects of others. This person is no good, that is not good, this is the hair not all right, the sari is not all right, this, that, and all nonsense. So what are we doing? We are absorbing all the bad things also. Now, when you start admiration of something, then what happens? That you may not get the bad things, but at least you are on a better line. But still, the admiration in thoughtless awareness is really very deep. I saw this in the eyes of this great scientist. Absolutely, he was just one with me, and his eyes were like an ocean of peace. He was just looking at me. And for quite some time. And then he came to his thoughts and he told me that this is what we can do with your photograph. So the depth in you will only come when you do not reflect. But it's very common with human beings, especially in the West. This carpet is no good, that is no good, this smell is coming, that is there. Always trying to judge others. Judge other things, which is important. What is so important? If you are sitting in the garden of heavens, what does it matter? Where you are sitting, what you are doing. This sets in, this reflection sets in waves of thoughts in our mind. I have already once described it by drawing, how the energy that falls on the right side goes to the left side, and the falls on the left goes to the right, crosses over because of two types of cells we have. Then out of this energy that goes to the right, the energy that goes to the left, it is sucked in partly into the sympathetic. Now whatever is left out is the one that reflects. That is the way it goes on reflecting. Now, if you can suck in all that energy and put it on our sympathetic, then all our energies will be thousandfold much more.
Now I'll walk you through a simple activity called raising your kundalini and also placing a bandhan. Now, when do you do this? You should do this every time that you meditate. It's good to be able to meditate at least twice a day if you can. Once in the morning before you start your day, when you wake up, perhaps after you've had your breakfast, just sit quietly for about 5 or 10 minutes and go into meditation. Another time that's also good to meditate is at the end of the day, before we go to bed. Just sit down quietly. Try to get the peace within you before you go to sleep. Now, before we start meditating, we should do this exercise called raising your kundalini. And why is it important that you do this? You see, our kundalini recedes when our attention moves from one thing to another during the course of the day, right? So right now, our kundalini has been awakened. But after this session, when we go away and we have our dinner or we watch TV, then the kundalini might recede a little bit more and then we go to sleep. And when we wake up tomorrow and start our day without meditation, the kundalini recedes even more, right? So when we sit down to meditate every day, we raise our kundalini to help us reach and maintain that meditative state. And together with this, we do what's called placing a bandhan, which is the series of diagrams at the bottom of the screen, where you do a motion like an arc over you, right? So that basically gives protection to the subtle system within us from things that might disturb us or disturb our attention during our meditation. Let's watch a video now where Shri Mataji shows us how to raise our kundalini and place abundance. So we do this before we start meditation, then we meditate for 5 or 10 minutes, and then at the close of meditation, we do it again. So let's watch that video now.
Now today I'll teach you how to raise your own kundalini, which is your own. Now put your left hand in front of the kundalini, here. All of you sitting down. Can you see me? Put your left hand like this, just like this in front, like this in front. This hand like this. The right hand has to be moved up, front, down, back, like that, clockwise. You have to raise it. Now, let us raise our kundalini. Start it moving slowly, like this, like this, like this, and throw your hands up, absolutely loose, and then give it a twist. Throw your head back, and now give it a knot. That's one. We have to do it twice. Again, let's do it. Hold the hand in front and start moving it. Take it up, throw your hand, and just give it a twist. And here it is. Third time, you have to give 3 twists. You can do it at home. Throw back your hands, head and hands loose, and give it 1, then the second one, and then the third one, like this. Now see, it will improve. Now, there's one thing more one must learn, how to give protection to your aura. That is very important. Protection to your aura, I wish people knew how to do it, they would have saved themselves in many troubles. Is to put your left hand like this. And with the right hand, you move it like this. From here, move it. 1. Go back. 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is how you give protection to yourself. Now see your vibration. All right? It's better.
Abhijit, would you like to take them on a short meditation and also to teach them to raise the kundalini and place abundance?
Yes, sure, Anu. Thank you very much. Okay. So now comes the practice time again. What we have seen was the theoretical aspect and a guidance of how to take bandhan and how to do meditation as well. What it is expected in next 5 to 7 minutes, I'm going to take you through a practice session of bandhan, a short one, what you have seen, so that you remember whenever you do meditation before and after, you remember. And after that, we'll do a short, very short meditation This time there won't be any steps. We'll be just doing a simple meditation, just keeping our attention on the top of your head here, and be in silence. And then I'll keep on guiding in between. It will be very short. So may I request the Bandhan slide to come up on screen so that we can use as a reference. So let us take the Bandhan first. Tech team, if you can just help to get that Kundalini slide. All right, so in the meantime, the slide comes up. Let me show you. Just if you can see my video and if you can see myself completely, so you can see my hand. And as it was demonstrated, just keep your left hand at this position. And we have to rotate our right hand onto our left hand in a circular fashion like this. And our left hand will be moving vertically upwards. Slowly take your hand upwards on the top of the head and put a twist or a knot. Same thing we have to do 2 more times. So let's do it. Your left hand just keep going vertically upwards and right hand rotating around the left hand, and on top of the head give 2 twists here, since this is the second step. And last one, same process. Take your left hand all the way up, right hand rotating around the left hand, and once it reaches on top of the head, have 3 twists as if you're tying a knot. This is first half. Second half is to create a protection layer around your aura as it was demonstrated. So let's just do it. Left hand just keep on your lap. Don't move your left hand. And right hand just hover from the left side to right side and back. So this is first. Likewise, we have to do 7 times. So let us all slowly do it. You don't have to rush it. Just do it very slowly and steadily. Second. Third. Make sure your hand goes all the way from top of your head, covering your entire aura, and terminates on the lap where your left hand is. Fourth. Five. Six. Seven. Okay, so that was just a brief of how to take a bandhan. It is not expected out of you that you remember all of a sudden. So that is the reason we take practice, so that whatever you experience, like whatever we experience, we believe in it. So to experience further, what we can do, we'll go through a small meditation. This time, as you see, you just have to sit with your hands on the lap. Just put your hands on the lap and close your eyes. You can take out your spectacles. The whole idea of us doing the meditation is to have a silence and stress-free. And you just keep your attention on top of your head on this position. If your attention is not going there, you can move your hand and touch on the top of your head. Just do it gradually, no rush. Just breathe in slowly and breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Keep your eyes closed so that your attention will not wander around and it will stay at the top of your head where it is desired to. You may experience a lot of thoughts still coming. Just say this: I forgive my thoughts, I forgive my thoughts, and they will eventually go away. Just try to be as silent as possible and experience this relaxing steadily. We just say in our hearts, Mother, please give us our self-realization. You just have to say in your heart, don't have to speak it loud. Just say it with full dedication and devotion. Mother, please give us our self-realization. 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 Now, being in this silent state, just keep your eyes closed for some more time. Take your right hand on top of your head. Just if you can see myself in the video, and hover across on the top of your head, left or right, up and down, and see if you're feeling any air coming out from the head. It may be cool air, it may be a little bit warmer. Just note this experience if you're feeling. You may also check the same with your left hand. Take your hand on top of your head, just hover it across, up, down, left, right, slowly, and see if you're feeling something, if you're feeling some air or tingling coming out from your head. And you can put your hands back on the lap again. Keep your eyes closed for next 1 minute. Okay, slowly everyone can open their eyes steadily. Okay, I hope that was a bit relaxing as well. Just to brief you what we did, at the end of the meditation, last meditation session, when I asked you to put your hands on top of your head if you're feeling anything. So this is something which we call as natural energy, which exists within all of us. This is what the practicals is all about, to make you feel that energy. And the term which was used before, it called as vibrations. So all of us, we have that energy, and it comes within us in the form of this air, which is cooler. Sometimes it is a little bit warmer, but nothing to worry if you don't feel it now. If you feel warm or cool, it is immaterial right now, because this comes by practice, and we suggest seekers to practice more to experience this energy within us. So that was for now on this segment for the meditation and Kundalini raising recap. Now I'll pass to our host for the next segment. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Abhijit. It was wonderful. I felt very relaxed.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So I hope every one of you has felt some cool or some tingling sensation on your hands, or some heat, or maybe someone of you are not feeling anything. But it's all right. Don't need to worry. So before we move on to the Q&A segment, I would like to share the resources. Can we have this site free? The resources are available on freemeditation.com.au/April 2022. So this is our website. So for any recording of your past days which you have missed, like day one, if you have missed any recordings, you can always join the event and click the YouTube link, which is here. This will be today's YouTube link. And to join the session on Zoom, you have to click on this link, join with Zoom. I recommend to join you on Zoom so that you can interact with us. On YouTube, it will be only one way. So Zoom is always a preferred mode of watching and meeting us. And all the recordings of the session will be saved. If we scroll a little down, if you open this week one, like day one recording will be here. What we did this day, it will be here. So if you play this, it will be there, and you can, anytime if you want to watch, you can do it. And if you are not part of our WhatsApp group, then you can always join our WhatsApp group to be aware of all the communications and all the announcements. Okay, so I think that should be all for this. You should know about this website. Like for any recordings, for any chat, any information, you should go on that website. It will be there. So moving on to the Q&A segment, I would like to request people out there to type in your questions, or if you are free to unmute yourself now and you can ask us. So for facilitating the Q&A today, we'll have Anu and Abhijit, our lovely presenters today. Hi, Anu and Abhijit. Welcome back for our Q&A segment.
Hey there.
Hello, hi.
So shall we start? Do we have any questions?
There are lots of questions in the chat box, Sonika.
Okay.
I think I saw someone say that Mrinalini Kaura, she was saying that she found it very relaxing, but she didn't feel any warm or cold air. And she was asking, is her Kundalini awakened? Hi, Mrinalini. Yes, your Kundalini is awakened, and it depends if you feel something. It all depends on the journey we've had so far, right? So some people are more sensitive, some are not. When I first started, my first day, 20 odd years ago, I didn't feel anything and I wasn't so sure. But the next day when I went to work, I didn't feel the hot or the cold air, but within me, I felt a completeness, like the final piece of the puzzle had been found and I had come home. And I was very young at that time. I didn't know what to make of it, but that was something that was, that I still remember until today, that feeling that it finally clicked, whatever it was, right? So we all of us will have different experiences because we're all of us different from the other. So be patient with yourself.
Thanks, Anu. So moving on to the next question, I think somebody has a doubt in raising Kundalini. So he's asking, it's Jeet. He's asking whether right hand should move clockwise.
Yeah, I'll take that question since we practice that. So basically, Jeet, just for your, the resources are there. You will get to know from the slide. So the right hand, if you see, it need to rotate around left hand in this fashion. Okay, all the way up. And once you go up, you just tie a knot here. Same way, same process every time, 3 times. First time, first knot, and then second time, second twist or second knot, and third time, 3 twists or 3 knots. So hope that answers.
Yeah, I think so. That's very clear.
Yeah.
Okay, so another interesting question. Felix has asked if the body is swinging or is anything wrong when I'm swinging?
Yeah, I'll answer that as well. So don't worry, Felix. It happens with all of us. Many times it happens, when we come back from work, or or maybe we come back from workouts and we sit into the meditation. We are into different circumstances. So absolutely okay if your body swings, but as far as possible, as you go deep into the meditation, you will become stable. Your body will become stable. So it is all associated with your attention and your mind. So when the thoughts keep on, drooping down, your body will become automatically stable. So don't worry about it. Just enjoy the meditation.
Thank you, Abhijit. I hope Felix, Abhijit has answered you. So next, Carol, she felt very nice, relaxed, feeling well. Geet, she felt tingling and warm air around. So that's okay, Geet. You can feel initially warm. And Shirley, may I know how important is the number of times we cited, am I my own master?
Yes, basically, it is important that we maintain that count. But even if it happened with me as well, initially when we start meditating, we tend to forget our steps. It is not really, hard and fast that we will be punished for that. So don't worry. As far as possible, try to affirm the number of times, the affirmation which is given. Less or more is okay, but eventually once you practice it every day, your body memory will be used to it and you won't forget after that.
Okay, so it's okay if you forget the count, not to worry. Yeah, so actually the science behind it is that number of times is associated with the number of petals of that energy center. So maybe in the start you don't know, so it's okay. So I think Gautam Sudarshan. Oh, so can anyone share their experience, what benefits they faced before Sahaja Yoga and after Sahaja Yoga?
I'll be happy to take that, Sonika, and maybe I can couple that with the next question where Kishore is asking, can you please explain the 4 steps? I'm my own master, step number 4. Okay. So I've had so many benefits, I can't count them, right? But one of the benefits that I'm feeling even up to today is this simple affirmation that I am my own master, because you see, the Kundalini is something that's in me. It's part of me. It is something that belongs individually just to me. And when I meditate, as the Kundalini rises, I am made more aware of myself, of what's wrong with me. What are the parts of my personality that are not very nice that I need to sort out? What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? What are the areas of development? How do I face a certain problem? How do I overcome a particular situation? So I start learning how to do all of this with the guidance of my Kundalini. So I become my own master. I don't anymore need to call up someone and say, hey, I've got a problem. I don't know what to do, right? I am slowly relying more and more on myself. I become my own teacher. So that's one great benefit that I felt. And guys, we've also got Prakash, who's had his hand raised for a bit.
Okay, maybe his hand is paining now. We should ask him to unmute. Okay, can we have Prakash to unmute somebody from tech team? Is Prakash there?
Okay, well, in the meantime, should we scroll down?
Yes, maybe. Yes. So next question, I think Karen. Yeah. So I felt a bit cool air, but I'm not sure because I opened the window. But I was doing second part, just keep focusing. I felt my head became heavy. So should we focus somewhere while we meditate? Maybe to simplify it. Abhijit.
Yeah, sure. So when we meditate, it is quite obvious. And like I said earlier, the air is not an aircon air. The air is not from the fan above you or near to you. It is actually from within. So this is already scientifically proved. So what happens, initially it may happen that you may not feel anything, or you may feel cooler on some part of the hand or on the body or on the head, or you may feel warmer as well. Just to simplify this, our body goes in a detoxification mode. And in that detoxification mode, it tries to heal automatically whatever problems we are facing in all walks of life. And it may take some time. So what I suggest, the feeling will become very intense in some time, and you'll enjoy that. But the only thing we request seekers to be consistent with the meditation practice, what we have shared with you, and then you will see the wonders. Thank you.
I hope that answers Karen. Okay, so we have another question, Corina. I think, okay, we can share you the guidelines about how to raise, your Kundalini and take Bandhan. So we will do that in the WhatsApp group if you are there. Okay, so, we have interesting question from Ben. So he is asking, Mother, I am the spirit. Who is the mother? And what is meant by the spirit here?
Well, that's a very good question, Ben. And you might probably get the answer in the next few days of the 21 days program. But since you've asked it here, so this Kundalini energy is a mothering energy within all human beings. And this is something that you would learn in the next few days. She is our own individual mother within us. We call it a nurturing or a mothering energy. So we have a very intimate relationship with her because she is part of us. She knows everything about us. So when we say, Mother, I'm the spirit, we are basically saying, Mother Kundalini, I'm the spirit. We are making that affirmation. And what is meant by spirit here? Very simply, the spirit is, this is the good spirit, right? It's not a ghost or anything like that. The spirit here is the reflection of God Almighty in all human beings. In every human being, there is a spark of divinity in us. And this is what the spirit means here. So when we say Mother Kundalini, I am the spirit, we are affirming to ourselves, to the mother within us, that we are part and parcel of the whole. We are part of the creation. We are not separate from it. I hope that helps.
Yeah, I think so. It's a wonderful answer. Thank you, Anu. So, okay, Kasturi Ramchandran, she has just put some bullets. I don't know, it's a question or bandhan is this step? Okay, so she's asking what is exactly bandhan? What is the meaning of bandhan? Is it only Kundalini awakening or is it the steps we did?
Okay, I think I understand what she wants to know. So you see, Kasturi, and also everyone, we did the 9 steps yesterday and also today, right? But when we meditate henceforth, you don't need to go through the 9 steps again. The 9 steps is to awaken our Kundalini that has been asleep or dormant all this while. Now that the Kundalini is already awakened, when we meditate, we need to raise our Kundalini. So there's a difference between awakening the Kundalini, which is only done the first time ever. And after that, we don't need to awaken the Kundalini again because this mothering energy is already awakened. So although she's awakened, she may recite from time to time because our attention goes to the other stuff that happens in our day. So when we want to sit down to meditate, we raise her gently, and we raise her by doing this step here, right? Where we tie a knot at the top of our heads. We do that 3 times. And then we do the bandhan. Bandhan is a protection to protect us while we are meditating, to protect our attention. So that's all we need to do moving forward. And you'll learn more about this in the next few days. So don't worry, Kasturi.
I think Kasturi has raised her hand also. Maybe from tech team can unmute her so that she wants to clarify something.
Hello everyone. Thank you, Madam Anu. Actually, that's the thing I wanted to know if we want to practice this on the daily basis, right? So I just wanted to know the steps how we should do it. I think you have clarified that. Thank you so much.
Great, brilliant. Thanks.
Thanks, Kasturi. Okay, so moving on to, so many questions we have. Okay, all the best, Anu and Abhijit. So I have another question. Okay, when I feel silence within, is it my thought that is telling me that I am silent?
Yeah, okay, I can take that question. Okay, so basically, just to share my experience, now feeling silence within, it is something, our attention, it plays a very important role here. And what we have done through the meditation is to stable our attention. So when our attention is stable, meaning it will not go around and catch all the things and bring it inside our body. So when your attention is stable, your thoughts will automatically decrease. And that is the silence we try to experience through this meditation. And that eventually it comes to you when you practice daily. And that feeling of silence, it grows with the stable attention.
That's wonderful. So answer is attention.
Yep.
Okay, so moving on to the next question from Ravi. It was difficult feeling and experiencing new things. My question is to get deep sleep. What we have to do in the day-to-day life to get a good sleep?
Simple, meditate. That's it. When it's actually helped folks who've had trouble sleeping. Meditation helps to quieten the attention, to quieten the brain activity and the mind. So try this, Ravi, for the next 20 days left, 19 days left, and see for yourself. Sahaja Yoga is all about experiencing it for yourself and not reading about it in a book or, listening to folks, but be a scientist and experience it yourself.
Yeah, and one more thing I want to add, like tomorrow we are going to learn a new technique about, foot soaking, which will help you in getting very good sleep. That worked for me. I hope it will work for you also. So please attend tomorrow's session. Don't miss it if you want a good sleep. Okay, Babak. Babak is asking, what about nutrition? Shall we follow a specific way of eating?
I'll answer that. So, Babak, thank you for your question. So, what I would suggest, you don't have to leave anything, whatever you are eating, eat the same thing. There is no specific diet or requirements for this particular meditation. What is being suggested, just eat in a balanced form, whatever you are eating, and depending on the temperature or weather, you can, segregate your diet so that your body doesn't get affected by it. So in short, there is no specific nutrition. Just continue with what you are eating right now and practice meditation on top of that.
Okay, I think that answered Baba's question. Moving on to Shlo. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Chloe.
Chloe, okay. Oh, H is silent. I felt cold on my back spine, wow, but felt nothing on my top of my head when I put my hands on. Okay.
I think Sonika's wow says it all. Chloe, that's wonderful. You see, because the Kundalini rises along our spine. And so what you felt was the coolness of the Kundalini rising through your spine, through your subtle system. Don't worry because that you didn't feel anything at the top of your head. All of us we get the sensation in different parts of our body. Some of us feel it in our hands, tingling, some at the top of the head, some even on our feet, some other parts of the body. So don't worry about it, but this is great.
Yeah, it's actually a very great feeling to feel something on your back and you can feel your Kundalini moving on your back is something really amazing. So that's a really nice sign. Okay, so I think Suji is very quiet. I want Suji to take up some questions because too many questions.
Okay, actually, I was about to start. Actually, I have someone who mentioned that they had Gits. It says Gits. She had tears flowing down after the session, and she bet it is because she finally released what she held within. So I think Gits is definitely a good sign. So follow us, for these 21 days, and you will experience the difference within yourself. All right. So yeah, moving on to the next question.
I think Suji, before that, there is one more question, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, Pushpa.
So kindly who? Sorry, what is it?
Pushpa.
Pushpa. Okay, I think I missed.
Okay, it's okay. I think it's not a question. She's just giving some information. It's
okay. So, okay, kindly confirm, does this practice would stop me from believing and following my master, my guru, or my other spiritual practices? So who's going to take to this question?
Well, I would like to take that. So no, you don't have to stop what you're doing. Sahaja Yoga is something that's very natural. It's within us, right? And that was one of the things I loved about it when I started practicing years and years ago. I didn't have to change who I was. I didn't have to change my lifestyle. I didn't have to change my religious practices. I was just me learning, experimenting on that journey.
All right, we hope that answered you. So you don't have to let go of anything. Just do what you're doing and meditate. That's it. All right. Next question, I'll take from Gautam. I'm not sure if we covered this question. How we know our Kundalini is awakened? How do we know it's when our Kundalini is awakened? Who would like to take?
Yeah, I'll take that. I believe we just briefed a little bit on that. So Gautam, basically, once you start to meditate, as I was telling, you would start feeling something on your hands or on the top of your head. Very pleasing feeling. It may be hot or cool, don't worry about that. So once you start to get that feeling and once you feel that your thoughts are getting compressed or shrunk, you can just ascertain, your Kundalini is working on it and she's awakened within you. So that is the evidence and that is a practice which most of the seekers have experienced. Those who are practicing now or throughout past many years. Hope that answers.
All right, so thank you so much. Earlier we had Chloe who mentioned that she felt cool sensation in her spine, right? Now we have Felix who actually said that he is not sure he or she, I'm so sorry about that. Felix says that my spinal heat now. I'm feeling my spinal heat now. That means spinal is heated. I mean hot. Yeah. So any explanation on that?
Yeah, so Felix, the heat that you feel means that your kundalini is awakened, which is good. And you see, when our kundalini rises through our subtle system, she might come across a particular energy center or a chakra, you know, those colorful circles you saw in the diagram. And she would realize that, hey, this particular chakra is not in its optimum condition. To give an example, which is easy to relate to, let's say if in the course of our jobs, we use our throat a lot. I mean, Suji is a teacher. She's an educationist, so she might use her throat a lot. And me, I like to talk a lot too. So maybe I use my throat a lot too. And perhaps because of that, my throat, there's an energy center at the back of my throat here. It's called the Vishuddhi chakra. So that chakra might get tired. It might not be working very well. I might feel like I have a sore throat. So what happens when my kundalini is awakened? The kundalini energy is an intelligent energy, right? She knows everything about us. So she will reach this particular chakra and she'll go like, something's not right with this chakra and I need to cleanse it, because she's our individual mother. She knows what's wrong with us. She knows what we need. She knows what kind of nurturing we need, what kind of cleansing we need. So she will then start to cleanse my Vishuddhi chakra. And in that cleansing process, heat is let go. Right? So the fact that you're feeling heat is good because it means that your kundalini's already started clearing you out.
Hey, that's great. Thank you. Gautam mentioned that he is feeling heat, hot air, and he would like to know how long will he feel the air? How long?
Yeah, okay, Suji, I'll continue on to this answer. So as Gautam, as Anu mentioned, you know, the kundalini, once she start cleansing all, you know, everything within us, it is very natural to feel that heat. How long is it is no specific time. Basically, scientifically, what happens, you know, our liver, it stores a lot of heat within us. So once we start to meditate, the heat, excessive heat starts to ooze out until the time when all the organs within us are in a balanced state. So very soon, once that heat is passed, you will start to feel relaxed and a cool sensation after that as well.
Thank you. And we have our last question from Hari Krishnan, and I think I will give this to Anu. And the question sounds like this. I was feeling my head shivering while on meditation. Is there anything wrong?
Very quickly, there isn't anything wrong because this is something that's natural within all of us. The Kundalini energy knows who we are, and her job is to look after us and make us feel better. So whatever that you're feeling, and we all of us are, as you can see from the questions, we're all feeling different things. Some folks are feeling heat, some folks are feeling sensations along the spine, some on the fingers and the hands, tingling. So you are having your own experience. Go with it. Have the confidence and the trust that whatever is happening from now onwards, after your Kundalini is awakened, henceforth, she's just going to look after you and cleanse you. So have that confidence, have that faith, and there is nothing wrong at all. There's no wrong or right kind of a feeling. It's like something new has happened in everyone today. It's so evident that you guys are feeling things, and that speaks volumes, right? Because just before the session, before 8:30, you were not feeling anything. And here we are not even in the same room as you. We are sitting in different countries, right? And you've had this experience by yourself. So this should tell you that this is something that works, and go with that feeling. Join us in the next 19 days. I'm never good at math, 19 days. And experience it for yourself. Ask us some more questions, and we're always here to help.
Okay.
And this reminds me, I would like to request, like, whatever you're feeling, your experience, just try to note it down. You know, day 1, I felt this, day 2, this. At day 21, I will ask all of you what you felt. What are you feeling and how you have transitioned and how you have transformed yourself. So that will be the real transformation we will be looking for. And you will tell us, not we.
That's a very good suggestion, Sonika.
And okay, team, we actually we don't receive question only from the chat box here. We do have questions
from YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So first question, I think we had similar question yesterday. This is about posture. So Daya Ram Moria is asking, can you suggest posture to sit during meditation? The best postures to sit.
I can take that. So the best posture, is basically to sit straight, preferably on the ground. Why we suggest on the ground? Because of the gravitational force. You know, the earth element which we use is because of the gravitational force, and it helps to suck all our negative energies. So as far as possible, sit on the ground with your vertebra straight, posture straight, in a lotus position, and just be comfortable. But it is not a compulsory task. Some people, you know, aged people, they have back issues, leg issues, some issues. So it's absolutely okay if you're sitting on a chair or some form of support for your back. So that's fine. But as far as possible, sit on the ground in a straight vertebra position.
Yep. All right. Thank you so much, Abhijit. And we have another question. I think to answer what is meant by warm air, I think we have already repeated that. All right. Maybe Sonika, do you want to recap?
Okay. So, okay, as we even just now before, like Anu explained, you know, when Kundalini rise and you're feeling something hot in your spine also, in your hand also, in your feet also, this is all nervous system. So when Kundalini will rise, it will try to clear out that area, you know, try to clear out those organs which are nearby that energy centers, you know. So when she rises, try to clear out those things. So when it tries to clear out, the first thing which will come out is the warm things, you know. It's just like I have a garden, a hose pipe. Okay, it is connected to the water source. Okay, and I'm not using those pipe for a long time. So what will happen if I put the water and give this water in the pipe? The first thing which will come out is the dirt. You know, all the dirt, all the warm, bad things will come out. So that's what is happening. So don't worry about it's warm, cool, but it's a good sign that something is happening and Kundalini is working on you.
Right. Thank you so much.
Hi, Suji. Sorry to interrupt. I'll just quickly answer the continuing question from Gautam, which is in the chat box.
Yeah, that is
that's cleared. So yeah, Gautam, you're right. Daily morning and before sleep, you need to take bandhan and do meditation as it has been shared in the resources. Whatever you have seen today, it's there in the resource folder. You can just save it in your desktop or laptop or phone, what you're using. Just follow that, and yes, 5 to 10 minutes are good enough for the meditation. Just every day, like I suggest, like our facilitators have suggested, we have 19 days of meditation. I mean, these sessions left. So try to attend this. And apart from this, morning and evening, if you practice, it's quite merrier. So hope that answers your question.
I just want to answer one question from Surya. I believe he was the gentleman who had raised his hand before, if I'm not mistaken. He's saying, please let me know how to overcome thought and overthinking. You see, the more we try to stop thinking, the more the thoughts are going to be there, right? And we need to realize, Surya, that we cannot control our thoughts. It's usually the thoughts that control us. And the more we try to control the thoughts, we are giving in to the thoughts, and then we go down the rabbit hole there. So what we need to do is just to trust the Kundalini, because it is the Kundalini that's going to let the thoughts dissolve. She's your mother, your internal mother. She's going to get rid of the thoughts. You don't have to fight that battle. All you need to do is sit in silence, feel good about yourself, Tell yourself that for 5 minutes, I'm not going to think about anything at all. The world won't come to an end. And just let your kundalini look after you. And slowly, bit by bit, your thoughts will stop. It will take time, but it can happen.
All right, thank you so much. Now, ladies and gentlemen, with that last question, okay, with no more questions from YouTube, okay, viewers from the YouTube, I think we will officially end our Q&A session. All right. So if you have, if you have any doubt, if you need to know more, or if you would like to get in touch with us, please visit the website that was shared earlier by Sonika. And tomorrow will be our third day of the 21-day meditation session, where we will be talking about Bandhan and also introducing to you the 3 channels within us. All right. And also we are going to introduce another technique which is going to make every one of you relax. Those who wanted to sleep after a very long time, you should join us tomorrow for our foot soaking session. So with that, thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you tomorrow.
Please join us tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you so much, facilitators, Anu and also Abhijit. Thank you, our special guest for today, Yang Chan and her little baby girl, and Sonika, my co-host, for making the event, today's session a wonderful one. Thank you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Bye,
Thank you,
everyone.
everyone. Good night.